So, good morning to all of you. I'm your computer teacher, Mrs. Seema Singh, for the session 2021-22. I hope you all are staying safe at home, and we all have understood now that this situation is really very tough for all of us, and we need to be very conscious. We have to take care of ourselves, and those who are not very much serious about these things, we have to make them aware about it. Okay, and try to follow all the protocols. Don't move out. If you have to go out, maintain the distance, use mask, gloves, because those who are not getting affected earlier, now it's spreading at a higher rate. So we all have to be very, very, very careful. Okay, so because of the situation, again we have to go with this online studies, and I'm going to start with the first chapter. I was thinking that I'll post a very short video in the beginning, so let me see up to which length I'll be posting it. So the first chapter, basically this book is Decode IT of Standard 7, and I'm going to start with the first chapter, which is Photoshop. In your book, Photoshop is having, means two chapters of Photoshop are given. In the first chapter, basic introduction, means what basic tools are there, how those tools can be used. Okay, if you have done means you had done GIMP in your standard 6, same type of software, but this is from Adobe, and here the features are means more interesting features and all, but it is very much similar to GIMP software, which is used for making changes in the photographs. You want to give some effects to the photograph, professional looking pictures and videos can be created. Sorry, videos cannot be, but images we are concentrating on. So in fact, in your book, GIMP and Photoshop both are given. I think for GIMP, you have a single chapter. So I'm going to start with Photoshop first, and few basic tools will deal in the first session. So let's start. This is a paid version of Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop. Many versions are available. You can get the trial version from online. Okay, you FileHippo's site is there, or you directly type on Google that you want the trial version for Adobe Photoshop CS3, or I can share the link from where you can get the trial version, so that for at least 30 days you will get it free and you can practice by that time. Okay, so let's start. I have already installed the trial version here. So in the search box, you just type Adobe Photoshop, or directly Photoshop will also work. Photoshop, you can see this, Photoshop CS3. It takes time to start. Okay, so this is the opening screen of Photoshop, where on the title bar it is already written Adobe Photoshop CS3 Extended. Here the menu bar is there, and here all the controls, here the tools related to these tools, these controls are there. Okay, we will be dealing with all these things one by one. In your book, first thing, how to open a file and how to close the file, or how to exit from Photoshop. For that, click on file, and whatever file, suppose I'm opening one file. These two things are very much similar with other windows also, like how to open a file, how to save a file. Suppose we are going to open a file. Click on file, then open. Here you have some pictures, like I want this picture, open. The image will get open. Okay, the image has opened now, and if you want to close it, file, close option is there, or the shortcut key Ctrl+W can also be used. Click on close, it will be closed. If you want to exit from Photoshop, here we have closed a single file. If you want to exit from Photoshop, file, and at last you will get the option of exit, and the shortcut key is Ctrl+Q. So if I'll click on exit, Photoshop will be closed. Okay, and if you want to open it again, in the search box you type Photoshop, and the best match part will be shown, and you can click on that, it will get open. Now two things are there which we need to discuss. First thing is foreground color of any image, and second thing is background color. Okay, background color means if you're taking an image page and you have written something on it, if it's visible, the writing portion with what you have written here, I have written, it means this typed one is with black ink and the background where the page color is white. So the page color is basically known as background color, and on that background which color ink you are using will be known as foreground color. I repeat, background color is the color of the page which you are working with, and foreground color is the color on top of the page. Like on a white paper I am writing with black. So black will be foreground color and white will be background color. I hope I am clear on this. For this, here at the bottom part of the tools panel, you can see here black is the foreground color and this white is the background color. If you want to change it, you simply click on black ink, set foreground color. The tooltip is already been coming. Click on that. This color picker box will appear. Choose the color which you want. Okay, this way. Choose the color. Suppose blue color you want and click on OK. Now you can see color has changed. Same way background color if you want. This is the color. Suppose some shade of blue I want or yellow I want. So this shade I want. OK. Okay. Now open any file. And if you want the default one, you simply click on this, it will come. Now click a new file. Here the color is coming. Background contents, if you want to change background color, you make it. Okay. The file will get open. As we had changed the background color, can you see yellow is the color. Now choose the rectangle tool from tool panel. Can you see this here? If you will right click in this triangular icon, you will see all the types of shapes which you want. Suppose I want one ellipse tool, click on that. Now if I draw an ellipse, which color will it come? Can you tell me? Foreground color is blue. It will appear with blue. I hope it's clear to all of you. Now if you want to close this file, simply go to file and then close. It will ask you, do you want to save it? No, I don't want. Then click on. And again, if you want the default background color is white and default foreground color is black. Click on this icon, it will get changed to the normal one. Clear? So now next thing we are going to use zoom tool. Zoom tool, what is the purpose? Here in Photoshop, suppose you have taken one flower, okay, and one of the leaf you want to change. You don't want to change the entire flower or entire look of the flower. Only one of the leaf of the flower you want to change. So that area you have to select for making changes. Here many selection tools are there which we will discuss afterwards. But if the leaf is very small, then you have to, the selection part becomes very difficult. In that case, we'll zoom in the image first. Okay, we'll zoom in. For that, zoom tool is used. Let's see how it will be used. So for finding that zoom tool, what you have to do, first you open any file. I'm clicking on file, then open, and then open any image which you have. Suppose I want to open flamingo, this image, or any other image if you have. No. Suppose this one, then open. The file will get open now. And here, if you want to, this is the actual size of the image. If you want to zoom in, if you want to increase the size of the image, what you have to do, here all the options are given in view menu. You can see zoom in, zoom out, fit on screen, and actual size. Okay, so zoom in means you are going to increase the size. What you have to do, click on zoom tool, and then you choose the option zoom tool, this one, the magnifier one. You can see the icon. Now press Control and then plus key. It will zoom in. Can you see? It's getting increased. Now the selection part becomes easier. If you want to decrease the size, Control plus minus. Clear to all of you? If you want the actual image of the size image, you want to press Control plus 1. This is the actual size. It is reverting the image. Okay. Then next thing is, if you want to image to fit on the screen, Control plus 0. This is the size. This is the size which is getting fitted on the screen, fit screen. Okay. Now, this was about zoom tool. I hope it's clear. When the image is becoming smaller, that is zoom out, which can be done by Control minus minus. And if you want to increase it, it is your Control plus plus. Plus key is there on the keyboard, which will be used. Next is how to duplicate the image. Here I am going to show you the using simple Mark You tool, selection tool. One of the selection tools we will be using. Selection tools, we have Lasso tool and Mark You tool. So for that, simply go to this tool. Here's the second one, and right click on this. Here you will see all the Mark You tools. If you want to choose the image in a rectangular shape, you will be selecting rectangular Mark You tool. In a circle or elliptical mode, then this one. In a single row, one stripe you want of the image. In one horizontal stripe, then single row Mark You tool. One vertical stripe of the image, then single Mark You tool. Let me show you. Suppose rectangular, click on rectangle and choose. I don't want this. I want elliptical one. Draw it. This is one horizontal line or this way. This part of the image is getting selected. Same way, vertical portion, single column. Click on. Can you see this? Single column. Okay. So this way the selection ways are there. But I want elliptical Mark You tool. Okay. Now choose this sun. I think in this it won't be clear. Let's change the image first. File. This one you close. No. Then file. Open. I should take one image of any boy or a girl. Not this one. Suppose this one. Or if I have any more. So that red t-shirt. Open. Okay, this image is getting opened. Now I want to increase the size. What should I do? Control plus plus. Image is improved. Now I want to select this eye. Okay, so eye can be in an elliptical form. So go to this tool, right click, choose elliptical Mark You tool. Select this part. Done. Now hold down Alt key on the keyboard. Alt key on the keyboard and click on this area. After this, click on Move tool. The first tool is known as Move tool. What it is? Move tool. If you want to move the selected part to some location, we had selected Alt key. Now you know what will happen. Duplicate of this fill. Again, let me do it. Elliptical Mark You tool. Select that part. Okay, now choose Move tool. Okay, and then press Alt key on the keyboard and click on the selection. Then now move the mouse. Can you see? Same way. If you will press Alt key again, number of eyes you can drag from one location to another. Can you see this? So this is duplicating the part of the image using Mark You tool. Same way it can be done. Suppose the lips part. Again I am showing. Choose elliptical Mark You tool. Select it. Hold down the Alt key. Click on Move tool first. Then hold down Alt key and click on this. After that, again some step I missed. Alt key and click on this. start from beginning. One of the step was missed, I suppose. Elliptical marquee, select it, click on move tool. This sign will appear. Then press Alt key on the keyboard. While holding it down, click on the selection and move the mouse. Yeah, I was leaving Alt key. Then keep on dragging. Clear to all of you? So this was the activity 2, duplicating a part of the image by simple selection. Okay. Next is creating duplicate here. Okay. So let's decrease the size of the image. How? Control minus minus. Little bit will increase this much. Now you can see that this hair portion is not in elliptical, means elliptical format, not in rectangular, not in a single row. It's in irregular shape. For selecting irregular shape, you just go to this part, lasso tool. Can you see this? This is lasso tool. Right click on this and choose the option magnetic lasso tool. Click on that, and just after that, the size of the image's width is very big. You decrease it to 5 pixels, then 1 pixel. It's too small. Make it 5 pixels. Okay. Now elliptical lasso tool, start the selection. Can you see this? Keep on moving the mouse and keep on clicking end point. Automatically it will take the shape of the hair. Okay, this way you keep on clicking. And once you reach the starting point again, you must ensure that end point and starting point must match here. The selection is completed. Okay. After this, what do you have to do? This part, you just read the step by step and you will understand. Our selection part is completed. Now click on move tool again, and while holding down Alt key, what you have to do? Click on the selection part. Once you have clicked, while holding Alt down, you will move it to wherever you want. Can you see this? I want some more hair on his face. So this way, some more at top, some this side, some that side, some this side, some that side. So I'm duplicating. So this is it. Clear? So this way you can make it. Clear? Next is changing some color in the face. See, whenever you will select the face area, our skin is not smooth. Somewhere more brown, somewhere lighter brown. So the selection will be done with the help of magic wand tool, where the tolerance is used for selecting, means how much tolerance, means similar type of color. Thank you and have a nice day.